Hello. I've got some windows open, so I'm trying to figure out what we can do here. I'm going to turn off some music. So soothing and beautiful and angelic. And sometimes when you play music, especially over YouTube and even Facebook, there's copyright weirdness and all of that. So welcome. It's December 5th. 2 days from now, we have a beautiful and very sensitive full moon in Gemini. And Gemini rules communications, the throat chakra, Mercury, right? And we're actually, I think we're in Mercury retrograde shadow right now. So if you are noticing some weird stuff with technology or communications, that can also be happening right now. Any other things I want to drop in for this week? So for the next 4 weeks, I'm bringing you channeled messages from the Archeia. And so the archangels might also break through. So what's the difference between the Archeia and the archangels? So the Archeia are the female counterparts to the archangels. And there's some people really see this as, it's the feminine and masculine counterpart of the same being. But we focus a lot on the masculine. So there's nothing, obviously, it's not wrong when the masculine and the archangel messages also come in. It's not about dominating, or there's no dominant submission conversation going on here. It's completely equal and balanced, right? Which is the ideal. I have my Lakshmi tea. This is the 3rd steeping of this tea, and it still tastes amazing. Wow. It's so beautiful. So it's chai, but it's no caffeine. It's Tulsi based with chai spices. I can really taste the star anise. It's made by the beautiful Suzanne O'Gara of Alchemy of Avalon, who is my business partner on this project. And we're releasing a bunch of goddess and god teas for different ritual benefits and physical health benefits as well. And this one is really good for immunity. It's great for calling in the goddess Lakshmi, because Tulsi is the sacred herb of Lakshmi. So I'll be doing a whole video and a lot more information on the tea. I'm still figuring out packaging, because that's like a big thing. I never realized until you have to do it yourself. You're like, oh my God, I ordered the wrong size of that. That's too small. That's too big. That doesn't work. So it's kind of a trial and error thing going on with that. But as soon as I have something basic that really feels good to me just to start off with, I'll post and send you all the link so you can order this tea. But it builds your immune system. Tulsi protects the lungs, which is definitely what we need during flu season, COVID, the holidays. And it's de-stressing. It's very relaxing. So it has this, and it has rose petals in it too. It has dried orange, dried apple, and also rose hips for vitamin C. Oh my God, it's hard to put it down. And I add a little bit of stevia in it. You could put honey or whatever, but oh my God, so divine. Anyways, the Archeia are the topic for our next 4 weeks. And so how you can use these lives is to You can come back more than once, obviously, and, allow yourself to take in the energy of the channeling. I'm also going to pull tarot cards, allow the Archeia to come through in the tarot as well. So it'll be fun. We'll have channeling and tarot and a little bit of this activation around the chakras too. And, a lot of these Archeia and archangels have multiple functions and multiple chakras and spiritual benefits, spiritual rulership. So, I'm just going to go over just like the basics for this. So, this is going to be used in a class that I'm going to be teaching next year with an amazing, amazing partner of mine who's like a crystal Reiki expert and beautiful, amazing, beautiful energy. You're going to love her. So I'm not going to announce it yet. You're just getting little teasers today. But at least this is like these are the basics of the female archangels, also known as the Archeia. And today we're starting with Lady Faith. And this is from a deck called Keepers of the Light. So I would recommend, Hay House is also doing a sale. I think this is on sale this week, maybe for the next couple weeks, but I would go in and there's, I think, there's 4 different or 5, maybe 6 different Archeia in that deck. So it's really good to have the representation. You know what I mean? So you can meditate with this. It's also beautiful. And also in this deck is Archangel Michael, just a beautiful rendition of Michael. So I have these beautiful archangels on my altar today. So, Lady Faith. So this brings us to, what is faith and why is it important? And I feel like especially right now, faith is about believing in something unseen, believing in something that you might feel is there, but again, it's not what we would call maybe tangible. So how do we have that kind of faith? The faith, believing unconditionally in something that we know is so pure and loving and meant for us, right? And so that's what faith helps you do. She is all about, number one, having faith in yourself and trusting yourself. And also trusting in the good of humanity, in the good of the world, in the bounty of the universe, which can be really challenging. And it's easy to believe in those things when stuff is flowing in and we're feeling, oh, yeah, it's great, everything's great. But when stuff starts to slow down, when things don't turn out the way you'd planned or had hoped, you start to lose your faith. And that's when we call on Lady Faith to remind us to stay true to what we know is true and keep believing in that, right? Anyway, so Lady Faith and Archangel Michael are the keepers of the blue ray. And so I like to think of the blue ray as they also have the blue flame. So you can call it the keepers of the blue flame, the blue ray, whatever. It's all about light, right? This is, a time when we're in, especially in the Northern Hemisphere, we are in this, tunnel of going towards the solstice portal, which is the return to the light or the return of the light, right? Either way works. And so I feel like these Archeia, with each of their beautiful bright flames, will illuminate the darkness for us as we travel through this tunnel, this portal to be rebirthed at the birth of the sun, which is the solstice. So for our friends in the southern hemisphere, they are headed towards summer solstice. They're in opposite seasons of us here in the northern hemisphere. So either way, this is a beautiful archangel to call upon the Archeia faith. See if there's anything else I want to say here about the blue ray. I have some notes here just in case. So it is said that the blue ray of spiritual light is the ray of divine will, power, strength, and courage. You know, we've got the sword, right? That's a big symbol for Archangel Michael, the sword and the shield, right? He's the protector, he's the defender. And then faith is also shining light upon that protective power of the blue ray. So for me, I feel like a lot of throat chakra activation happening for me, especially this morning, and expressing your truth, expressing with that divine speech that comes from this realm. And when we speak from a divine place, we are protected. Anyways, if you are here and live, let me know in the comments. And yeah, if you're watching later, you can hashtag replay. So we're going to find out what Archeia Faith wants us to know for this week. And if you have any questions about the Archeia or what we're speaking about today, Archeia Faith, please do post your questions in the comments. I'm happy to answer those. So I'm shuffling the cards and, taking my time, right? I'm using the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed, and I believe these are on sale too. These are all, I think, Hay House products. The Keepers of the Light by Kyle Gray and the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed, which is it's a really beautiful calming deck. Okay, so I'm going to pull a card for Monday, Tuesday, so today and tomorrow. Faith is a great topic for you as you're currently feeling very stuck at the moment. Yes. So many of us are. So when we bring in Archeia Faith, what you want to do then is, when we close our eyes and ask for our prayers to be heard and answered, that would be your prayer. Archeia Faith, please help me to move forward. Please send me the information I need to move forward. Please send me signs. Do you know what I mean? So we don't want to say, I want to stop feeling stuck. You want to pray in the affirmative with what you want, not what you don't want. And you definitely don't want to talk about what you fear. Now, if you're having really, really deep fears, and that's where the stuckness is coming from, I would say call in Archangel Michael first. Ask him to purify, and you'll start to, you ask for his protection, and you'll feel his purifying energy of that sword cutting away the fear energy. Sometimes we are in so much fear that's what keeps us stuck. So I find that Archangel Michael is really just the key archangel, spiritual being. I mean, he was my mom's angel. And so he's been with me for most of my life, as far as in my consciousness and working with him consciously. And he will blast away fears. And that's sometimes what we need. And then we can come to that place of asking for the blessings and the signs that we need, the messages, right? The right words, whatever it is you want to ask for. So that we could ask Archeia Faith for that. Yeah. That was my sense too, that there was some fear there because I felt like, again, you know, prayers even come from our throat chakra area. And there's so much, compression going on. Particularly, I find it more with women, but it can happen to everybody and men. It's interesting. I feel like women have more constriction here and men have more constriction around their heart, which is interesting. And we can talk about that when we go to more into the heart chakra. So the throat chakra is our chakra for today. So clearing that fear, clearing the channel so that you can ask for what you want without fear, or at least ask for what you want from a place of faith and knowing, okay, I'm afraid. I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if this is going to happen for me. I don't know if the miracle is going to come in. Whatever it is that your doubts are, faith will come in and bring that. She's got this very, again, calming energy, which is why I love working with the Archeia. You feel empowered but calm. And because sometimes Archangel Michael does make you feel calm, but you get like a little bit like, ooh, you get that sense of, it's a real strong, it's strength, it's energy. So yeah, I would play with calling them both in and seeing what their energies feel like. Okay, I picked a card for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's looking good, my friends. It's looking good. Got some good cards here. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Let's see who wants to come out. Oh my God. This is such a beautiful week. Such a beautiful week. Okay, the first card for Monday, today, and tomorrow is the Fortune's Wheel, also known as the Wheel of Fortune. Change. There is so much change happening. There's more change coming. And Archeia Faith is asking you to please surrender to the change and also hold your position. It's like being a tree in a giant windstorm. You're very deeply rooted, but you're flexible enough to sway with the wind. So you're not like so rigid that you break, right? It's about having a strong center, and she's going to help you with that. So call on her this week when you're like, okay, there's all these changes happening around me, and I'm not sure how to be, what to do, how to approach things. Lean on your spiritual team. I like that. Lean on your spiritual team. That is the key, especially today and tomorrow. Big changes. I had huge changes all last week, well, all year, but some big ones that I've been expecting hit last week. So now we're going into more change. And what I'm feeling here is that it's not only just silver linings, but there's this heart. I'm seeing everybody's heart explode. It's really interesting. I'm seeing like around the world, like hearts exploding. There's a new spiritual energy coming through with this change that will, and it's angelic for sure. Since we're channeling Archeia Faith. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. It's like this heart exploding, like sparks coming out. And I feel like the energy vibration is shifting very quickly. I feel like there's going to be less fear this week, less we're going to find a way to break through fear and have a strong center, be in the eye of the hurricane, because it's like a hurricane. I'm seeing like a lot of energies just swirling, coming in and kind of trying to knock us off balance, and it's not going to work. So keep calling on Faith, keep calling on Michael. If you're in a state of fear, really, it does help. I've used it since I was a child. When we speak from a divine place, we are protected. Beautiful. If you're on Facebook, I'm not seeing your names. It's just, I think it's because it's the Facebook group that this is, it's also broadcasting on YouTube, and it'll show me names on YouTube, but sometimes Facebook groups are weird. Great energies for Monday and Tuesday. So this is the message she's sending us for Wednesday, Thursday, the High Priestess. Now look at that. I mean, it's almost the same face, right? The same expression, calm, centered, peaceful, but also that penetrating, that awareness, penetrating awareness. And that's what the High Priestess is. This is about secrets and mysteries and penetrating beyond the veil, bringing in that wisdom of Sophia, the wisdom. You are, I think, when this new energy gets ushered in your intuitive capabilities, your clairvoyance, clairaudience, claircognizance. I'm getting claircognizance is a big one. The claircognizance is going to be just blasting through, like you're going to be getting crazy amounts of downloads of knowledge. So again, today and tomorrow, really go into the space of surrender with centeredness. And then by Wednesday, Thursday, those answers are going to be coming through. So what you have not known or what you've been asking about is going to be revealed. And 2 is also a number of partnership. And you could, if I go in really close, you could see like the angel wings kind of coming out the sides of her cheeks. It's very subtle, but and then she's got angel wings like coming out of her third eye. It's really potent energy. And both 10 and 2 are, these are major arcana cards. These are not just smaller elemental energies. These are the big movers, shifters, changers of energy. Okay, that's what's coming in. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, this beautiful energy, 2 of water. Now look, we had a 2, and here's another 2. We started with the 10, which reduces to a 1. So 10 and 1 are endings and beginnings, the alpha and the omega, and we're progressing in energy. So the number is going up to 2. And what I love about this is, like, when you think of, how Archeia Faith and Archangel Michael work together, there's the 2 fish. There is an energy of cooperation, of partnership. It could be you with your angels. It could be you with a beloved. It could be you with a partner at work or your boss. It could be you with your best friend, or just co-creating with the divine. There is a big energy of co-creation here. And it always starts from the self. When we can stand in our own energy with love and reverence, that's where our strength comes from. That's, I think, where our faith comes from too. Okay, any questions? It's a great reading. Really excited. So here's something I found that I thought I would read. It's really beautiful. It says, Lady Faith has complete belief in the rightful outcome of mankind's conflict. She also has total trust and understanding that at the heart of every one of us is the divine within. She has infinite patience and faith that all of us will finally recognize that within ourselves. So Archangel Michael and Archeia Faith have a temple retreat over Lake Louise in the Rocky Mountains of Canada. So it is said, that there are specific places on Earth where there's certain retreats where these ascended masters and angels work together on these different rays of light. So the blue ray beings and angels reside in a retreat in Banff, 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 Canada. It's kind of a hard word for me to pronounce. And it is said to be a golden temple set with diamonds and sapphires, because of course it's the blue flame, right? And in this retreat, there is the blue flame where all the angels come to be cleansed, energized, and return to a pure state of faith. So we're going to just do a quick, maybe 5-minute, breathing into our throat chakra, visiting this temple retreat, taking ourselves there in our imaginals. And, if you have crystals, this is an angel aura crystal I got in Sedona. It's just a beautiful piece. And it actually has what looks like to me like a butterfly or a bird inside it. And then I also have selenite, which is just such a beautiful transmitting clarity. This is all about clarity and tuning in, right? So you might want to pick up one of these beautiful angel aura crystals to work with these divine beings. And I think what they do is they fuse gold with the quartz to get that luminescence. So it's like the rainbows. I want to live in this crystal. So maybe that's where we'll go right now. We're going to go to the beautiful temple retreat. So close your eyes, and I'm calling in protection and love and divine courage and strength from our beautiful Archangel Michael. See him in your mind's eye holding the flaming blue sword of purity, clarification, purification, cutting away all fears, surrounding you on all sides. You just see him multiplied times 1,000 all around you, holding that blue flame sword up, protecting us here in this circle of light. And I call in Archeia Faith by calling her name 3 times. We put her in the seat of our crown chakra, or actually right above the crown chakra. So Archeia Faith, Archeia Faith, Archeia Faith. When you feel her seated there, take a nice deep breath and kind of just relax into it. Archeia Faith, please transport us to your beautiful temple retreat over Lake Louise in Canada, in Banff, Canada. Take us there. Show us your beautiful temple filled with diamonds and sapphires, where you keep the giant blue flame for us to enter into and purify into pure faith and trust. Take 3 nice deep breaths, nice and slow. And another. And another. Feeling her divine energy flowing like a beautiful blue river of light. Flowing in every inch of your body, every inch of your spiritual centers, your chakras, especially your throat chakras, and then just all the layers of your aura, wrapping it up in an iridescent blue with sparkling diamond light. And just float into this temple. And as you set your feet on the ground, you see a beautiful giant pillar of a blue flame with Archeia Faith standing on one side and Archangel Michael standing on the other. And they invite you to literally step into the flame and allow it to purify your mind, heart, your soul, your body, your cells. Purifying your consciousness, purifying your thoughts, your speech, your communication of all kinds. Feel it washing away fear, being replaced with calm, confidence. Take 3 breaths as you purify yourself in the blue flame. It is done, it is done, it is done. So step out of the blue flame, float back into your world, into your room, into your body, coming all the way back, and you open your eyes. Everything might be a little brighter. I might feel a little bit lighter. I'm feeling a lot of tinglies in my neck. Like I feel like my wings have been activated. I feel like behind my shoulder blades feels really alive, and yeah, it's interesting. So tell me what you're feeling. Tell me if you're having any sensations. Tell me about your experience going into the beautiful temple of the blue ray. And you can always leave this after the transmission, after our broadcast is done. I'm feeling really great. I have a group in the morning that usually around 6 or 7 in the morning that I do channeling for Isis. We're doing a 45-day Isis initiation. So every day for 45 days, I do a channeling. It's not too late if you want to join. I can, prorate the amount. Just you can DM me if you want to join that group, and or you can comment below, and I'm happy to send you the information, and I can get you added to the group. But we're going to be doing these beautiful Archangel Archeia activations in December. So it'll be Mondays at 9:30 a.m. for about this amount of time, for about a half hour, maybe a little bit longer. And I'll do a reading for the week, channeled by the Archeia that we're working with. And next week, let me see, who do we have next week? And I'll remember to be posting information. Go to my homepage because it's posted there. I can read you the schedule. But it is posted on Instagram, it's posted on Facebook, and I'll probably get this posted on YouTube as well. So next week we have Archeia Hope, which is the sacral chakra. On the December 19th, we have Mother Mary, Queen of the Angels, which is the heart chakra. And then the day after Christmas, I'll come live with Archeia Ariel, who is very much an earth angel, and she is the ruler of the root chakra. And we're going to end on Monday, January, I believe it's January 2nd. I put January 26th. It's supposed to say January 2nd. I'll fix that. That's Lady Seraphina, the Archeia of the Stellar Gateway Chakra. The recordings are each going to be available for 48 hours. So make sure you watch it before I take it down, because these are going to be going into a very special course I'm designing for healers and spiritual teachers, leaders, and speakers who wish to work more closely with the feminine, divine, angelic energies. And I'm partnering up with a beautiful, beautiful Reiki crystal goddess expert who is going to be co-teaching with me on this class. And it's going to be probably in January of next year. We're still working everything out. So as soon as everything is ready to go, we will be calling you in. So thank you again, and just sending you all my love. Have a beautiful, beautiful week.